This is Relay Talk with your host DKEN, and today we have another special episode planned for you guys. This is the 10th episode of Relay Talk, and it's kind of crazy that I was even able to make 10 episodes, but here it is, and I thought I would have something special planned. So in the booth here with me, we have two very famous commentators. We have BillyWAR and Chaos. Say hey, y'all.
Hello,
Yo, what up?
Rise T-Wags.
All right, so for today, I don't really know how long this episode will turn out to be, but the idea is that we're going to have a conversation that we will just be able to take anywhere. It started off by just one question, and we're going to try to answer it. If we don't, that's okay. We're just trying to have fun here. So here's the question we will have to answer today, guys. What is the theoretical limit for a bad seed in a tournament?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You can go 1 for 1,000. It's okay. We'll sit there all night.
Really?
Exactly.
So you two are...
I go for maybe 1 in 900, not 1 in 1,000, but similar levels, yeah.
So what this conversation reminds me of is back in the 1.14 RSG tournament, when I think everyone could agree that every single seed was terrible in some aspect.
Yeah, I found all of them, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Billy. I am so happy that you were the ones that
you.
subjected us to that terrible torture. I remember the blaze drops weren't even standardized. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my.
I know
It was just like colossally
it was just
unfair.
the dark ages of tournaments. And
There was
Well, I
some
mean,
great
I wouldn't
scenes.
say it's unfair, but I like the chaos, you know?
Yeah.
it
it's
is
all
certainly
for
interesting.
viewing.
And back when...
Because,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's just like, I like that type of stuff just because of the upsets, Because, like, in Relay right now, there's already been a lot of upsets with no RNG, but whenever you, like, make it to where there's RNG, it just goes crazy.
Like 40% of the games so far have like been upsets by seeding. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Really? That high? Dang.
Oh yeah, it's like 13 out of 30 the last time I checked or something. I don't know what it is now, but it's insane.
That's like within the range where it's possible the seats are just like meaningless.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hilarious.
Anyway, I was thinking specifically for the 1.14 RSG finals, where like remember I think it was the second game where Corb and Sizzler were given the wrong seed, but it was kind of runnable. You remember this, Billy, right?
I was so angry about that because we had gotten through the whole tournament up to that point, and like we didn't mess up giving out any of the seeds. It was scuffed in other ways, but like my job was done successfully every time.
Yeah, and for the audience
And
that
then right
doesn't
at
know
the
what
end, we messed
happened,
up, and I was so angry.
yeah, basically in 1.14, you gotta have a temple, a source of wood, and a village. And the seed that Billy gave to these runners didn't have a temple; it just had dark oak and the village. And they played it out for like 10, 12 minutes, just like thinking.
The best part about it is that it looked similar to what I thought the seed was supposed to be. So people were asking in chat like, "Oh, I think this is the wrong seed," and I kept like doubling down. I'm like, "No, I remember this seed. It looked like this."
I was so hyped just to like see something other than blowing up, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't think we ever got to hear anything on the mainstream other than the fact that like the both runners didn't want to play anymore. And, like, that was so sad.
I forget who, but I remember one of them, at least one of them, thinking that they might have been okay with running the seed. I remember one of them definitely wanted to change, but at least one person was like, I'd be down. I forget who, though.
And then, yeah, go ahead.
See, I really was hoping that there was a seed earlier in Relay that like had a really hard to find temple. I was like, dude, it's a wood chopping seed. Let's go.
No.
I was praying for the wood chopping seed, but
And like, I remember this isn't too recent, but like, in the 1.9 to 1.15 Discord, like chopping like was revived out of nowhere, and some person got like a sub 25, I think, in 1.15 just chopping.
Wow.
Like it's insane.
It's bad if you actually know what you're doing. It's like surprisingly not terrible.
I know. I mean, this is definitely not advocating for chopping seeds in Relay, but it might come down to that.
Now I can't tell them that. Now I can't spin this as saying you were in favor of it.
Okay, I'm very
You gotta
not in favor of
clarify
it.
what you were saying.
And another seed I was thinking of was the same game, I believe, or same match. The famous Bleep You Thought seed. You remember that? It was a fifth one.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes, that was
That one
so
was
hyped
also
up. That
really
was the most
fun.
insane seed of all time. I remember like Corb had to like spend like 20 minutes in the Nether because he had no food and he lost his portal.
Yeah, I forget what actually made it awesome, but it was awesome.
I think
I kind of really hoped that I tried to time it where it would be the last seed in the tournament, but we ended up needing one more after that.
yeah. I think random gave me the entire like 3 hour video of the entire finals, and I like a month ago I was just like watching it back, and it brought so much like nostalgia of all the terrible
Yeah,
play and terrible seed that you gave them.
I know. Well, from my perspective, the further back the tournaments go, the more hilarious they were to watch, and also the more terrible they look to play to actually
I think
participate
I
in.
think that's the point though. Like what point do we start like sacrificing runner convenience for like play audience entertainment? Because I
Yeah,
know for
that's
sure
sort of
that
the. This is my actual opinion on the matter.
uh
Is like with the most recent tournament, we like put in the play testing and stuff so that nothing terrible happens, which like honestly is fair. It also relieves a lot of the stress on my part for finding the seeds that I don't just like completely forget something and it's terrible. But I do think in the current state, it's a little bit like when you're watching the matches, that's kind of all the same match.
yeah,
Like
like
it's there's like nothing sticking out, which I guess is good from a runner perspective because that means it's like really
yeah, but it's
competitive.
boring. Chaos, what do you think?
Yeah.
I feel like they were just going to talk about like my brain is melting. Oh no, the RNG aspect of it. Like I feel like pre 1.9 right now in the tournaments has the most like RNG still left in it.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
enderman
Tower
spawns. Yeah,
spawns, dragon charges.
The most varied, yeah.
Yeah. Also, just like I think they updated it to where like Flint is now. There was one relay run where someone went like 1 for 70 on
oh my
Flint.
god.
It was pretty sad.
Yeah, it reminded me of the time I was in that SSG tournament.
Oh, that's
Oh my god.
tragic.
The very
That
first
was,
SSG
and I
tournament.
somehow won. That was the greatest tournament ever.
Oh yeah, you got to like the semifinals.
I know, I got fourth place despite not having no experience with any percent before that point.
I mean, that just shows how bad all of us were back
That
then.
was optimal. That was the
No,
optimal.
every single person that went bolus in that tournament lost.
Yeah, I made the spreadsheet and we analyzed it. It was awesome.
I missed that
it,
spreadsheet.
Good
it'd be fun to
times,
have
good
some SSG
times.
tournaments on like old seeds, like Taro seed and like on like the super old ones, like
Yeah.
Taiga seed and stuff. That'd be interesting.
I guess going back to the point where like what you mentioned, Chaos, about the RNG. I think like obviously the reason that purchases and charges are not regulated is that like there's tech to overcome that, and I think anywhere that you have like a potential improvement that can be made just by the player's own decision making, I think that's somewhere that like the organizers have tried to stay away from in terms of like standardizing.
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah, there's
like,
RNG that you have to play around, and then there's just RNG which you just get destroyed by.
yeah, I actually made this strat about well yesterday that I know I haven't really released it yet, but it's a thing
Top
where you
secret.
yeah, it's top secret. It's a
Mm,
thing that you manipulate the dragon by changing your RD as it charges at you,
that's
and
crazy.
it doesn't guarantee a charge, but like I almost PB'd today on a dumb run that was foodless, pre 1.9 foodless all the way until like the very end.
Let's go.
But I Taro betted and Dragon was one bet away.
That's
You
how
hate to
that's how
see
runs
it.
die, man. One bet away. That's how what was it? Hot Tourist versus the Juice. The Hot Tourists lost because of like one charge and it would have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing like with pre 1.9 is that like they could play the exact same in that infight. Like let's say they both get 5 arrow baits in the course of the infight. I mean, one person could just go 5 for 5, and the other one could go 0 for 20. Like,
I'm not much of a pre 1.9 person, but like I know in 1.8, like just using the standard like grassy plains is like viable for tower, right?
well, it's viable in both versions. It's just
Oh,
it's a little bit worse in 1.7 because it's really not a thing about getting Endermen to spawn. It's a lot more on waiting on the ledge because whenever you have grass, it prevents pack spawns.
uh-huh.
And so if you're sitting on that ledge, it's just going to take longer for you to sit there. It's not going to affect your actual Enderman amount by that much, if any.
So like
Same thing with,
if the organizers really wanted to, they don't even have to include a desert really.
They don't have, dude. I've done a tower in like a savanna. I've done it on a mountain, like
On a mountain? Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
real
entire
meta.
night.
I've done the tower
Ocean
on almost
tower.
any terrain. You can
No, think
of.
about it. If like you just had one huge mountain and it was surrounded by complete flatness, you wouldn't have to build a tower. Set the bed at the top of the mountain, jump down the
That's
side.
what,
The
that's
tower's
what,
just right there.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember. That's the C School's original idea for tower.
to find a reset for
To
mountains.
find a mountain and
You
jump
gotta
off
find the
of it.
all-natural, non-GMO tower.
Or we could set the world files to like adventure mode, so you can't build and you have to use mountain. You're
That would
forced
be
to use it.
hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
And block when night falls, adventure mode activates.
I also think
Yeah,
there's like
just give them like a chest full of stuff they need.
there's
and
like a
that's it.
certain beauty to like doing old strats that are completely terrible, but like it just as like a relic of the past. Like just digging up what is it like nether gold ore for 1.16. Like that's how runs were like built and made
Yeah.
back in the day. Obviously, it's incredibly boring to watch now, but like I don't.
You know,
yeah.
I really wished that C School was playing because I know he'd do some wacky stuff, do like RPT,
C-School would
Yeah.
do that.
or he would straight up just do RPT and then do Arctic Cannon.
What is RPT?
RPT is the original fall tower that C School made. Not the original fall tower, but the original Western fall tower.
Oh, I know what that means. Yeah.
Well, the tower was created in Japan first, but it was rediscovered in the West. Back when C School rediscovered it, and same with most of the things on it. So
We are getting so much out of this episode. We're like talking about the history of
I know.
pre
We're
1.9
getting all
towers.
over the place.
I finally got-
This isn't related to anything.
Oh, definitely not.
This might be mildly stupid, but whenever anyone is like explaining tower strats, it always sounds to me like someone's making up explaining tower strats. Like somebody pretending to talk about tower strats and somebody actually talking about tower strats. For someone who doesn't play 1.9 or pre 1.9, it just sounds identical.
well, trust me, I made the new towers. It's okay.
Yeah, I know
what
there
I'm
is
talking about.
actual stuff behind it, but to somebody who doesn't play pre 1.9, it just sounds like
Oh,
this is
I
just
Yeah,
wish.
I could impersonate like a seasoned pre 1.9 player. Like I know the VJT tower. You place
Yeah,
3 blocks
so
in
a
an X
couple months
position,
ago,
10 blocks above your hole.
Yeah, and they found the variation where if you
Yeah.
shear the sheet next to the tower, that's going to affect the spawns in such a way to get more Enderman.
But only if you're on 15 RD.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys would love if I explained the new TNT
I
tower.
know.
Oh my lord, it's the
We make a game
craziest thing
show
I've
out
ever
of it.
made.
The TNT tower?
Well, it's a tower that you don't dig down and you use TNT to kill Endermen, but you keep them spawned because you. Okay,
Huh?
Where okay. Well, so there's
We're
you
gonna
put
beat
water first.
Chaos
You
with explaining 1.9.
By the way, just as a side note, I feel bad for all the people who are like super enticed by the video title saying that we're going to talk about seeds, and here we are talking about pre 1.9
We're going to get
towers.
into that later. We're going to come back.
Yeah.
It's just I got to get my
Sorry, audience.
23 cents into the.
I don't apologize to the audience.
But it's just a crazy tower where like you prevent Endermen from spawning on the ground, and or you no. You prevent Endermen from teleporting underneath it by putting water, and so you force them to teleport up, and then they fall down 2 blocks from the ground, and then you put your tower 129 blocks up, and so they don't despawn. There you go. In a nutshell.
I'm gonna pretend like I understood all of that.
And time.
What was my time?
18 minutes.
Oh.
Do people get annoyed when people say like OBT tower? Because T is stands for tower,
care.
right?
I don't care about that.
1 block tower.
Yeah,
1 block tower.
That's what you're saying when you say OBT tower.
Yeah. One of those ATM things.
What?
An ATM machine.
Oh, is that what the M stands for?
The thing that you put into and get money out. We're talking about the real world here, DKEN.
I can't farm money in Minecraft.
No.
Man.
If you want to,
build a
you can
tower
just
next to a bank and have a bunch of money show up.
Yeah, Ender Pearls, you can trade those for like $20 IRL.
That's fair. What's the conversion rate from emeralds to dollars?
There's like
USD conversion.
Yeah, we're gonna add the meta of adding microtransactions. You gotta pay $20 each seed and you get 12 ender pearls.
Oh no. Pay to win relay?
Pause.
I would pay $10. No, less than that. $5 for a civility seed because there's been like 5 combined civility seeds this entire relay.
The problem is,
and I'm very mad about that.
Bring it back to the seeds. We're bringing it back now.
Yes, we're back on topic.
Yes.
Only took 10 minutes.
The problem, the old seedless for like the original 1.14 tournament were like Geo has like a custom script like specifically to look for villages and stuff. But now with the new list, it's hard to like directly search for Savannah villages. The best you can do is just search for a village and also search for Savannah and just kind of hope that they spawn at the right spot so it's a Savannah village.
Uh-huh.
At least with how we're doing it right now. There are probably ways to guarantee it. It's just harder to seed find.
They should do. Oh, it'd be such a cool seed. What if they had a seed where it was a you had a doke, what do you call it? A taiga, and you also had a desert nearby, and you used the villager. You did igloo strats, but with doke. That'd be awesome.
I'm still waiting for the
really
tundra village.
The idea of having a seed that just has as many possible strategies you could do at once.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Because igloo strats are viable if you get a god seed for them.
I don't even know what igloo strats are.
Well,
I know they probably involve an igloo.
Yeah,
you're right.
You got
That's
it.
the end of the knowledge.
Well, igloos, whenever you cure a villager, it gives you a lot better trades.
Oh yeah, I was vaguely aware that you cure a villager and get the big fat discounts. Yeah.
And then you actually lure the zombie to the top with funny thing, and you leave it up there.
I don't remember this being part of the igloo.
Look, we're talking about funny seeds, and that'd be a hilarious seed. Forcing people to do igloo strats.
You should have known this was going to happen when we were going into this.
I should have known this was going to happen when I invited both of you to the podcast.
I know.
Yeah, I am the king of tangents. So
yeah, if only you had some sort of username that could maybe predict that you would be chaotic in some way.
Very clever.
That's crazy.
That would be weird.
That would be weird.
I'm still waiting for the Tundra Village seeds.
Yeah, please, Rise, brothers.
I know. Come on.
How do we get TNT on a seed like that though?
That's a
buried treasure.
Oh, you could use the
map less 1.14.
Okay, so we do buried treasure, right? Get the buried treasure, and we just put 5 TNT in it, and then do those houses.
Or no, here I have a pitch. I have a pitch.
Is using seeds.
Yes.
You just build a desert temple made of snow, and then put it next
Snow
to
temple.
Snow temple. And the and the loot is all Frostwalker boots.
Yeah.
And
I'm calling that out. It's gonna be in the 1.21 update.
And if there's enough snowballs in the bottom of the temple, we don't have to buy a bow and arrow.
I mean, you
Exactly.
can
Look at
just like
that.
troll like Duncan does and like make abandoned, what do you call it? Like the abandoned outposts.
That's my
Abandoned
favorite, when you
village,
just
but
have
there's villagers.
obstacles. What was that one seed in like the 1.4? Was it in the 1.14 tournament where there was just a monument like directly on top of the stronghold, the ocean
I remember
stronghold?
What a
those
troll.
like one. I don't know if it was for 1.14 or 1.16, where like there was the world file had like a 12-eye, but it was in like the second ring, and then or no, I don't remember. No, it was in the first ring, but it wasn't the intended stronghold, and they just put it there to
Yeah,
troll, and no
I
one found it.
know. I know. Which in some way is kind of what we wanted, but it's good for the reveal afterwards.
Hey, there was a 12 by losers L.
Hee hee hee.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna enter in a bunch of tournaments and just wait for that to happen. I'm just gonna go for like a random stronghold, look for the 12-eye.
exactly. You're just going to go to the coordinate 69, 420, and there's going to be a book right there. You read the book, it tells you where the 12 eye is.
Sit down in the
It's in
middle
the
of your
13th
tournament.
ring.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
13
it
ring.
starts a whole ARG where you read the book and it tells you have to go to this mansion.
Story time with
And you
Relay.
kill the thing in the mansion. And then you get a desert temple.
Is there more?
There's just
There
a
should be
book
more
in
than
the
that.
desert temple.
Yeah, there's just the desert
And then
temple
it gives you
inside of the
chords. It gives you chords to an igloo.
Blueprints to the
Just
stronghold. You have to
igloo.
build your own stronghold. Build your own 12-eye.
Build your own 12 eyes.
Do it
Gives
yourself.
you like 12 portal frames and 12 eyes.
mansion. In a chest. You have to build a portal yourself.
Yeah.
And if
Manual
people
labor.
accidentally place the frames the wrong way around, there's like they
Rip
mess it
both
up.
of them.
Oh, I used to do that as like a tiny child. I would
know.
build like in creative mode. I build these end portals and I fill them in, and I'll get so confused why they weren't working.
That's a thing everyone does.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine what a grief that would be. You take like the 1.7 seeds.
No.
That's
you just
happened. That's literally
spin-
happened. That's happened. No. In 1.7, in the 1.9 tourney, that's happened. Someone messed up the portal frame because they were trying to add a few eyes or something.
Oh,
No way.
And you couldn't enter.
unintentionally?
You couldn't enter. And someone got it on all three strongholds because it was like a weird bug when you join.
Yeah,
And so they had all three of their strongholds unenterable.
that's hilarious.
Just break the
I
emperor block
think-
and place
I
it
think
correct.
That's a seed
Duh.
that's too bad to include, personally.
Nah, I mean, there's
as
second
long
ring.
as you make it,
Oh,
as
that's
long as you make
3.9.
everyone suffer, as long as you make
Yeah.
everyone suffer. it's
3.9 is rings, right? Or no?
Yeah, he has one
Yeah.
ring. Just
Yeah,
one.
one ring.
Yeah, it's the singular ring.
It
Yeah,
is
this
from
is why we have
650
the
to
play
1150.
testers now, so that we don't make a little bit of an oopsie whoopsie.
I wonder why Minecraft decides to like add like 125 more strongholds in 1.9. 3 wasn't enough.
Because
I don't
you need
actually
infinite
know.
strongholds.
I don't actually know what the point of having all the farther out strongholds are.
Well, just
mean-
in case your tourney organizer places the end portal frames incorrectly.
Yeah, you got 127 to choose from.
They were thinking like 10 years ahead.
No, it's actually a fast travel. What you would do instead of like going through if you're like that far away and you want to get to spawn, instead of going through another portal, you just go through one of the end portals and leave, so you instantly get back.
You know, it'd be the ultimate troll on a 1.16 seed. Make every single portal unenterable other than one. Just sit there and wait.
You have to gamble on the 1 in
Yes.
128.
Just put it on like the very, very outside, or like one away from the outside, so people don't just go on the whole entire outside first. You got to
Exactly,
outthink them, you know.
What's like the
They're
worst
gonna be
1.7
like,
biome?
oh, it's like Mario Maker pick a pipe. You have to make it pick a stronghold.
Yeah.
What's the worst biome for 1.7?
Worst time
Biome, sorry.
biome.
Yeah.
Or what, like build a tower in?
To build a tower in,
'Cause I
probably
would go with
jungle.
ocean in that case.
Jungle.
The ocean. True.
I feel like it would be really bad to build a tower in an ocean.
Well, actually, you could build your own terrain.
Yeah, you could build your floor.
That's true. You could
build
make
your
an
own terrain.
arena.
I've always wanted the relay organizers to do like a 1.7 island seed, because Pingu had a funny island seed where you can like literally do everything, but like you get kind of garbage spawns because you're just on an island.
Survival island percent.
Yes. Rise.
Exactly.
That'll be like
This is what innovation looks like.
that'll be a very easy way to force runners to do like 3 nights of tower.
Yeah,
It'd
just,
also be really
put
easy
all the
to make
audience
sure they
to
find
sleep.
everything because it's just on an island.
Oh yeah.
Well, you had to make
Kind
sure
of
the
awful
portal.
seed.
You had to make sure like the stronghold, like you could see it off a spawn.
You put a giant sign out of like glowstone. This is the stronghold.
Just
Arrow.
no, you had to make like a whole redstone computer to light it up, like a sign.
Next to the island, there's a puzzle.
Actually,
you have to put 3 blocks.
Speaking
in the
of
right
like
order.
tampering with the seeds, like how much are you like, allowed to like tamper the seed with 4.7?
Okay, so actual thing.
You have to like make you like they will like literally create lava pools out of thin air.
Do you mean the
Man-made.
the modifications to make the seeds runnable, or like the
Yeah,
Easter egg?
I'm talking
Yes,
about like
okay.
changing the color of the temple wool.
Yeah, so I know we used to do that a lot. And some of it was pretty awesome, but I think now they're trying to phase that out.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it was a little bit corny by the time like they had a 10 block cactus.
Yeah,
But that's just fun, you know.
Yeah, but you gotta be a little more creative than like.
yeah. You got to build a giant pixel art 16 by 16 by 16 block cactus out of stained clay.
No.
Now it's
You have
getting
to
more creative.
whenever you have the temple seeds, just make every single different color different, just so their inventories just get cluttered with like 5,000 different types of wool.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
it's 3 of each color. It's 3 of each color, so you can
Yeah.
make the beds out of them.
It would just be like really fun to see that.
I'm trying to think of what were some good griefs of the 1.7 seeds.
The sus portal, the sus lava pool.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Who-
Or
who
just put
makes
a lava
these, by the
pool
way?
underneath. Put a lava pool underneath the temple, so whenever you blow up, you just fall into a lava pool.
It actually there's one 1.14 seed where like it was so good. I think it was in the lava pool was like intersecting the temple. Like
Uh-huh.
you go inside the temple and the
Yeah.
lava pool was just there. And also it had the ship that was on land that had like 3 diamonds in it. It was amazing.
And it was
Oh, yeah.
unrunnable.
No, it was runnable. Like we put it in the tournament.
Oh, which
It
one?
was awesome.
The old one.
I think it was the original 1.14.
I'm so sad that so much of the 1.14 tournament like is just gone. We can't watch it back.
Yeah, it sucks that we didn't get recordings of it.
It took until like Relay 2 for people to start like highlighting all the matches. And people said it would happen in Relay 1, but no one did it.
Yeah,
I had to show you guys this. I was playing pre 1.9, and this happened.
You have to show it to us. This will work great on the
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah, okay. For those of you that are watching, this will be on the screen. What?
Oh, you're gonna edit it into the video?
Yep, there it is.
Oh, let's go. We have to.
What
we're
happened?
forcing DKEN to edit it.
Well, I do that
Chaos,
regardless.
can we say something else that DKEN has to edit it more? Can we put like some rainbow Comic Sans?
The easiest way to do that is just to curse a bunch because I have to bleep it all out.
Don't go that far. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah. Just because I curse a lot in commentary doesn't mean I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, come on.
We can be restrained when we need.
Okay, let's be honest. How often does this happen? Where the lava pool like eats away at the portal?
I've never seen that ever.
I have
Not once?
I did the random seed, completely random.
Oh,
seed.
you got this.
I just randomly rolled that. I've never seen that in my life. It could. I'm pretty sure that can only happen on pre 1.9.
Yeah, this is where you get your nether entry.
Oh,
Intended lava pool.
You put
No
an exposed
way.
stronghold
Yes.
right at spawn, so people think like, "Wow, this is a great seed. The stronghold's right here," and then they go down into it, and there's the lava pool.
no,
And it's
land
the only
exposed
lava-
stronghold.
Yes.
Land exposed portal room.
Yeah,
And they
have to
walk
go to a
in.
different stronghold.
There's even a little bit of obsidian to start their portal. Look at that,
I
the
know.
water running down.
And there's the water right there. Like this is the best hotel I've ever stayed at.
This was a ocean stronghold.
Yeah.
Dug into the water.
In order to make it work, though, you have to edit in the stronghold. So when they start throwing the eyes to go to the actual stronghold, it won't point to this one.
Yeah. Or you
This
can
is
just
just a
troll
bone-
and make
this
them
is just
run
a
out
fake
like
stronghold.
700 blocks randomly.
I forget if we ended up needing to do this or not. But I think there was one 1.7 match when we were like just starting to implement like making 1.7 seed based, and we didn't quite know how some of it worked. Where I think we had the idea of just making a giant grid of strongholds so that there's no way they could miss it when they started digging down.
That's amazing.
That sounds like a
I
terrible
forget if we
idea.
ended up actually needing to do this, but it was hilarious.
Just make the entire like ring in pre 1.9, like the entire ring, just strongholds.
Yeah, there were some good MC edit screenshots.
1
Good
million
times, good
strongholds.
times.
Make the entire world just one big portal room.
Yeah. You go into slash creative and then you zoom out. And then the entire map is just one big stronghold.
I thought there was a seed where you just spawn in the stronghold, like in the portal room. You just spawn in the
Inside?
portal room.
Maybe like
Lots of
Bedrock.
seeds like that.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean like normal. Like you spawn
inside.
because I've seen a land exposed portal room before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like but the roof would have to be broken for that to happen, right? Because it's a first block on top.
I assume there's like a ravine or something.
But even
Do you know?
even then, like the entire like room is intact usually.
Haven't you seen that seed where like it's bugged where you spawn in the lava pool like at Y11?
No.
It's like the unplayable seed because you can't like it's just a lava pool surrounded by stone.
I mean, you have spawn protection for like 30 seconds. You can
So
I know,
presumably to get out, you have to like dig through stone with your fist.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't dig stone in 3 seconds. So.
If you try very hard, you could.
No one
You
has
just
ever escaped
tried
that seed.
No one has
really
tried hard
to
enough.
get away with it.
I mean, if you like somehow could like respawn abuse like some like like magically, just like no one said you couldn't cheat, so you could just go into creative mode, easy.
Nobody said you couldn't just do slash.
Wasn't there like a world file that was given this relay where like the world started in creative mode? I remember that happening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was an error.
That
There's
was
something way better.
That should have been intentional.
I saw one
Pretty
seed
sure.
that
I
I
would
was,
have loved
I was
that.
actually commentating in, where the players. No, I don't think I was commentating. Where like they left a nether portal like super high in the air, and so they got relocated and fell all the way from the top of the world and died.
When was this?
I swear, I think this was in the pre 9 tournament. Actually, I don't think this was in the actual relay.
I'll be honest, I only watched like 4 games of the pre 1.9 tourney. And that was just about it. Who won?
No one yet. Still going on.
Oh, it's still happening.
Yeah. Actually, I have to commentate for that today as well.
Wait, it's still happening? The one that happened after the 1.14 RC one? I swear
no, it's one that it's going on right now. It's from Spin.
Okay, I guess
Been
we're talking about 2
posted
different
on-
things.
Yeah, J Rose channel. Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. Right. What do we need to talk about now? I mean, we were on topic the whole time, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I don't know. I think we probably covered just about everything there is to cover.
Yeah, we've exhausted the entire topic of Minecraft seeds. All of it.
No, we have only scratched the surface. Do not worry.
Nope,
That's
we've
true.
covered 100% of it.
100%.
I think I'm on team 100%.
There's no more to cover. We won.
No one will get mad at us in the
GG.
comments.
Yeah.
Comprehensive
I mean-
guide to seeds.
What about that seed where like every single stronghold is overlapped with ocean monuments?
That doesn't
Just
exist,
give them
does it?
that. That does.
We can make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, or we could just like go to
Leave
every
it in
corner
the
and break one
comments
block.
if you found that seed.
leave it in the comments if you randomly rolled that seed.
Tell us your experience. What was the background behind you finding this?
True. If you do find something like that,
engagement.
let us know. And I think that will be just about it for this episode. I think we did not answer the question, but that's okay because I didn't think we were gonna either. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this special discussion-based episode, and see you guys next time.